The reply of Barrister Malcolm to a former member of the House of Representatives by name Abike Dabiri for bigotry. Aunty Dabiri-Erewa, while pursuing justice in the case of Amaka patient Sunbega's threat to poison Yoruba and Bini people in faraway Canada, please tell us the scores back home in Nigeria of those who threatened to kill the Igbos. If you fail to do so, I will take it to mean that you are a hypocritical and an apostle of selective justice. In fact, Aunty Dabiri, if you cannot reveal the identities of those Nigerians who are behind the threat to kill their fellow compatriots within 48 hours from the publication of this post and press for their prosecution with the same energy that you are putting in the Amakas, I advise you to keep quiet and stop grandstanding so that the Canadian authorities can handle the case without on a level ground. They are more than capable to do justice to the case and do not need inputs from a biased bigot and hypocrite like you. Aunty Dabiri, stop wasting our scarce resources to catch crews. Charity begins at home. This was Barrister Malcolm Omirhobo's reply to Abike Dabiri. You know, Abike Dabiri recently started acting properly as Minister of Diaspora. Meanwhile, let's look critically at this Barrister Omirhobo's response. Join me as I dive into the heated debate between Barrister Malcolm Omirhobo and Aunty Dabiri-Erewa and see if I can make sense of the cause for justice for the Igbos. Barrister Malcolm Omirhobo, a human rights activist and lawyer, has been making waves lately with his fiery response to Aunty Dabiri-Erewa, the chairman of Nigeria's Diaspora Commission. The context of their recent exchanges centered around the long-standing demands for justice and equity for the Igbo community, who have historically faced marginalization and persecution in Nigeria. Malcolm Omirhobo's passionate plea for justice has resonated deeply with many, particularly in the light of a recent protest and the broader struggle for social change in Nigeria. At the heart of his argument is the demand for an end to the systematic injustices and discrimination faced by the Igbo people, including the lack of representation in key government positions and the economic marginalization of the Southeast region. Omirhobo also highlights the historical trauma inflicted upon the Igbos from the brutal suppression of the Biafran secessionist movement to the present-day targeting of Igbo youths by security forces. According to Omirhobo, this conversation is crucial at this moment because it raises fundamental questions about the very fabric of Nigerian society and the need for accountability and redress. The recent exchange between Omirhobo and Dabiri-Erewa is not an isolated incident, but rather the latest episode in a long-running conflict that has its roots in the Nigeria's complex and troubled history. To understand the depth of this conflict, we need to look back at the historical context that has shaped the relationship between the Igbo people and the Nigerian state. The 1967 to 1970 Biafra Civil War, which resulted in the deaths of millions of innocent civilians, had a profound impact on the Igbo psyche and has continued to influence their experience of marginalization and exclusion. Omirhobo's response to Dabiri-Erewa is not just a personal rebuke, but a powerful indictment of the Nigerian state's failure to redress the historical injustices faced by the Igbo people. By invoking the memory of the Biafran War and ongoing struggles of the Igbo people, Omirhobo is able to tap into the deep well of emotion and outrage. His words have resonated with many who feel that the Nigerian state has consistently failed to provide justice, protection to the Igbo people. One key moment that stands out in Omirhobo's response is his scathing critique of the Nigerian government handling of the latest protests. He argues that the government's brutal suppression of the protests is a part of the larger pattern of violence and intimidation that has been directed against the Igbo people. This critique is particularly incisive because it highlights the way in which the Nigerian state has consistently used violence to silence dissenting voices and maintain its grip on power. In another powerful moment, Omirhobo emphasizes the economic marginalization of the Southeast region, which has historically been denied critical infrastructure and development projects. By highlighting the deliberate neglect of the region, Omirhobo is able to drive home the point that the struggle for Igbo rights is not just about politics, but about basic human dignity and economic survival. The emotional impact of Omirhobo's words is powerful because they tap into a deep sense of frustration and anger that many Igbo people feel about their treatment in Nigeria. His call for justice and accountability is not just a personal opinion, but a collective cry for an end to the systematic injustices that have plagued the Igbo people for decades. In summary, Omirhobo's stance is clear. The Igbo people deserve justice, and the Nigerian state must be held accountable for its historical and ongoing failures. The implications of this stance are profound and have far-reaching consequences for the future of Nigeria. It is a call to action, a reminder that the struggle for Igbo rights is not just about the Igbos, but about the very fabric of Nigerian society. So, viewers, what do you think about the situation? Leave your opinions on the comment section below and be sure to check out my other videos on related topics for more thoughts. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Barrister TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Bye for now.